Folks, I really want to talk to you about top 10 online payday loans for large amounts, no questions asked. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sort of Q Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you're to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the 10 best online payday loans for large amounts, no questions asked. Now, before we get into the actual rankings, I want to spend 2-3 minutes talking about payday loans in general, the risks that are related to that kind of loans. You need to be aware of those. This is very important. A payday loan is a short-term, high-interest loan. No questions asked. Usually, payday loans are available in small amounts of money, typically much less than you could borrow from a bank, credit union, or online lender. And they may also be called sometimes installment loans, no credit check loans, or cash-only loans. People have been using even the term cash advances. So payday loans, folks, are very risky. I want to emphasize that. They're very risky. That's why the federal government has enacted many laws that limit how much they can charge consumers. And loans are usually $500 or less, and interest rates depend on the lender, but are much higher than traditional bank loans. So between 100% and 300%. Usually there is actually a fee for every $100 you borrow, which is between $10 and $20. Some payday loans can go as high as $10,000. In the show that in today's show, we have payday loans that can lend you $10,000 depending on the lender and lending regulations in the state where you live. This is very important. Now, the typical length of a loan is 2 weeks, but loan terms are somewhat flexible. Payday loans are attractive because besides being very fast money, there is no credit check. Think about it. They are unsecured loans, meaning you don't have to provide collateral for them. The application for a payday loan is slightly different from other types of loans, though. You need to provide a form of identification and a phone number, right? You can be reached at. This is very important for the lender because the lender wants to verify that you have a source of income and a bank account, and may also ask for a post-dated check that covers the amount you're borrowing, plus fees, of course, and interest. Okay, and the lender does this to help ensure you have the means and ability to pay the loan back. So there are other alternatives to payday loans, folks. Before we get into it, I just want to put the info out there. So you can try peer-to-peer lending. You can ask for a paycheck advance. You can ask your boss for a paycheck advance, right? You can try a 0% interest credit card. One thing you have to understand is that you have options, okay? But before you actually apply for a payday loan, think about the fact that ask yourself, do I have other options? Do I understand the rates and terms? Very important. Can you afford the payments? Do you understand the APR? Those are conversations you need to have in your mind so that you don't actually get yourself in a dicey situation, because a payday loan may be a good solution, or sometimes it may not. It could be a good solution if you want to avoid bounce checks and overdraft fees. You want to pay for daily essentials like groceries, utilities, mortgage, rent. If you have unexpected auto and home repairs or other emergency expenses, right? And a payday loan may not be ideal when you need a large sum of money, when you need an extended amount of time to pay back the money you borrow, when you need to borrow money time and time again, and for non-essential purchases like buying the latest and greatest TV, taking a vacation, or buying holiday gifts. Don't do that. Don't use the payday loan for that. So as I said, there are alternatives, okay? There are alternatives. If you have to go with payday loans, go for it. But before you actually get to that level, there are alternatives. You can use a credit card. You can borrow money from your savings account. You can ask creditors for an extension. See if friends or family can help. You can sell unused personal items for cash, right? You can borrow responsibly. Make sure that you only borrow what you need. Make sure you can afford to pay off the loan on your next payday. This is very important. So a payday loan is for emergencies. Of course, even though I'm telling you that you can borrow up to $10,000, you want to make sure that you can cover the amount within a specific period of time, and then you have the means for it. Your income can cover it. Okay, so for each loan, remember you have to pay attention to the loan amount, the APR, the state availability, the payment terms, and whether or not the loan amount can increase. All right. So ask yourself the easiest loan amount, the easiest loan you can get approved for, and ask yourself in terms of the requirements. This is very important. A lot of payday loans want you to be at least 18 years old. In Alabama, the beautiful state of Alabama, you got to be 19 years old. You got to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. You have to earn a steady monthly income of at least $1,000 after taxes, and you need to provide work and home phone numbers and a valid email address. And before you actually go the route of a payday loans, ask around if maybe you can get a short-term loan from a credit union, right? Because we know that if, for example, if you belong to a federal credit union, you may be able to get a payday alternative loan or PAL to borrow up to $2,000. And those loans are meant to cost less than traditional payday loans. And the good thing here is that they can be repaid over a longer period. Now, what I want to say here is that the picture I'm trying to paint here is that if you borrow from a credit union, a local credit union, it will be a lot cheaper, whether it is a PAL, whether it is a payday alternative loan, or just a regular loan. You will be paying a lot less than if you were to go to an online payday lender. Just want to put it out there, okay? And but before we get into the actual ranking, please check out this short evaluation video. It tells you how we go about ranking loans on this show. Check this out. All right, let's get into the actual rankings. Number 10, we have Max Lend. Our score, 7.5 over 10. The loan amount here, you can borrow $500 to $5,000 from Max Lend in terms of payday loans. And what are the pros and cons here? Pros, you have a simple application process, lower requirements than you can have with traditional lenders, quick approval, low credit score doesn't disqualify you from applying, no prepayment penalties, no credit rating reports requested, and excellent user support. And the cons, high rates, and they're not available in some states. And we love the fact that MaxLend has a very simple business model that allows customers to receive the funds they need as quickly and effortlessly as possible. And so basically, you just fill out an online loan application that will take probably 2 to 3 minutes. If you're approved for the loan, you can sign your loan documentation online right away. And you can then call the company to verify your information, or the customer service representative can call you. So once your info has been verified, you will receive a copy of your application by email. You just print it and save it for your records. And then after that, MaxLend will simply deposit the agreed amount to your bank account. Simple as that. And number 9, we have here Advance America. Our score, 8 over 10. The loan amount here, $100 to $10,000, yes. And you have to understand that Advanced America is a large lender that offers payday loans, installment loans, and title loans for people who don't have great credit. And while loans from Advanced America can be funded quickly, sky-high interest rates and fees make these loans a last resort that you should avoid if possible. Very important, folks. What are the pros and cons here? Pros: people with bad credit, low credit, or no credit may be approved. You have potentially fast funding. Small loan amounts are available with Advanced America. The cons: high interest rates. The payday loans don't help you build credit, and they're not available in all states. One thing I love with Advanced America is that even though the rates are high, they have great customer service. So they will help you actually get the money you need, and they'll actually support you all along the way. As long as you play ball, you have to repay your loans, and you can get all the way to $10,000 in the payday loan. So that's pretty fantastic. Number 8, folks, we have Rise Credit. Our score, 8 over 10. Loan amounts, $500 to $5,000. And this is an installment loan lender designed for people with bad credit. And we love the fact that this is a direct lender, so they are an online lender that specializes in small installment loans for people with poor to fair credit scores. And what are the pros and cons here? They will consider people with poor, average, and fair credit scores. They may reduce interest rates for residents of most states where it does business after you make on-time payments, very important, and you can pre-qualify with a soft credit check. What about the cons? High interest rates, small loan amounts, and they're not available in all states. And we love the fact that the RAS credit is pretty. They will actually encourage you to make on-time payments. They will reward you by reducing the interest rate if you have been a good borrower, a good applicant. And one thing we also love with RAS credit is that they will report your payments and your credit history with them to the credit bureaus. So this is pretty cool. Number 7, folks. Number 7, we have bills happen. Our score 8.5 over 10. The loan amount here $100 to $5,000, and it's the process the application process is pretty straightforward with bills happen. And we love the fact that, of course, to qualify, you need to be at least 18 years old. You need to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. You need to own a valid checking account or savings account. You need to have a valid Social Security number, a valid driver's license or state ID. You need to be employed, self-employed, or receiving benefits. You need to have a valid phone number. And of course, we love the fact that the pros and cons here. Pros: the Bills Happen has a registration running well into the future. This is pretty cool. They have been up and running for multiple years, so they have been established in the industry, and they have a valid SSL certificate, so your data is actually covered, is protected, and they will actually fund large amounts. They will fund large amounts of cash, and the cool thing here is that you can get your cash as soon as possible. And the cons here: they have low. There are some parts of the websites that are kind of the transparency is not really clear there, and we actually have seen, based on our research, that the website is hosted in a high-risk country, so this is a little disturbing. But one thing we want to say here is that they've been around for many years. They've never got into trouble, so we really and they've been featured in many what I would say traditional media. So this is a great company to work for. All right. Number 6, folks. Number 6 here we have, so number 7 we have Bills Happen. Number 6 we have Credit Loan. Our score 8.5 over 10. Loan amounts here $100 to $5,000. And we love the fact that, if you're looking for a bad credit personal loan or any other unsecured personal loans, the creditloan.com website is really for you. And we love that they've been around for a while, folks. This company has been around for the last 20 years, and they're pretty legit. And in a matter of minutes, you may receive an email. Like, if you were to apply on their website, you may receive in a matter of minutes an email with multiple loan offers to choose from. Of course, creditloan.com is a loan matching service. They're not a direct lender. They are a loan matching service. They are a lender marketplace. Okay, so once you receive that email, if you find a loan that offers what you want, you can complete your loan paperwork in as little as an hour and have money in your linked bank account by the next business day. So you can apply for a loan up to $5,000. This is pretty cool. We love that. And you, of course, one thing I want to tell you here is that they cover the whole 50 states except New York and Connecticut. So they actually cover 48 states. All right. And the loan amounts, you can borrow $100 in Payday Loan or $5,000. It really depends on you. And the application process is pretty straightforward. You go to the website, you choose your state, and you provide your name, address, and a zip code to begin the loan request process. And you need to enter how much you want to borrow. The network, in this case, creditloan.com, will ask you for your phone number. And one thing that's pretty cool here is that if you are an active member of the military, you can actually get some discounts and some benefits. And then you enter everything from your Social Security number to your monthly income to your to your tax returns. There are some cases on creditloan.com where they have asked applicants to actually insert or upload or attach rather their tax returns. So it's pretty straightforward. Number 5, folks, we have cashusa.com. And our score, 9 over 10. Here you have a loan amount from $250 to $10,000. This is pretty cool, and we love this. Cash USA is pretty good because they actually cover a lot of loan types. So you can use your payday loans for a lot of stuff: debt consolidation, emergency situation, auto repair, auto purchase, moving, home improvement, medical, vacation, taxes, rent or mortgage, wedding, major purchase. They cover the whole 9 yards. And this is a company that is very fast. The application is very fast. And here again, this is a loan matching service. So you put all your info. They do a soft check. If you qualify, then they will do a hard pull once you qualify. But it takes about 5 minutes, and you have funding within 1 hour. 1 hour, within 1 day, rather, within 1 day. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the top 10 online payday loans for large amounts, no questions asked. We have here Money Mutual, number 4. Our score, 9/10. The loan amount oscillates between $500 and $10,000. And Money Mutual is a lending marketplace connected customers with lenders. So if you are looking for a loan, you want to learn more about what kind of products and services they offer, and you can go to their website. We are showing this the website right now on the screen, and Money Mutual is pretty cool because they actually cover the whole 9 yards in terms of loans, in terms of payday loans. And the one thing you want to pay attention to, though, when you want to get money through them, you want to actually look at the total amount, the interest rate, the loan term, the payment dates, the fees, and other charges. Because they are a lending marketplace, you will receive several offers from lenders who are interested in your application. And you want to pay attention to a few things. Again, fees, other charges, payment dates, loan terms. And the cool thing here is that they cover the whole United States. They cover the whole 50 states. So this is pretty cool. And so besides payday loans, they also offer other types of loans. And they offer installment loans. This is pretty good. And they also will offer what they call emergency loan. Okay. Number 3, folks, we have Check and Go. Our score, 9.5/10. Loan amount here, $100 to $10,000. That's the delta here. That's the interval you want to play with. And the pros and cons. The pros: funds could be available as soon as the next business day if approved. You might be approved even if your credit isn't great, and they have a longer payoff term than a payday loan. The cons: potentially high APRs. Loans are not available in all states, and in some cases they might have a limited loan amounts depending on your states. Okay, and one thing you need to understand here is that Check and Go is a storefront and online lender based in Ohio that has nearly 1,000 locations in the United States. The company offers payday loans, installment loans, cash advances, check cashing, and more. And but of course, you want to pay attention to the high APRs. They can potentially fund you pretty fast. This is really good, and we've seen actually people use Check and Go payday loans for things like an emergency such as a car repair, or you have like you got to cover groceries or something until the next paycheck comes in. So yeah, you're looking at a wide constellation of uses when you apply for a loan with a Check and Go. Number 2, we have My Payday Loan. Our score, 9.5/10. Here the loan amount oscillates between $300 and $3,000, and you can choose My Payday Loan for several reasons, and there are a lot of pros. You have few requirements, short response time. The pre-approval takes minutes. You can borrow up to $3,000. It's fast and secure, and most importantly, you do everything on the internet. What about the cons? The cons, of course, you have high APRs. We're talking here about large payday loans, so this comes with the territory. You're going to have a large amounts, but also a potentially high APR. And in some cases, the loan might not be available in your state, even though based on our analysis, they cover all 50 states. So to apply, and the application is really fast. Everything happens online. You can get your money within the same day. You can get the money deposited during the same day. You have to be approved. You need to be a U.S. citizen over 18 years old. In Alabama, is 19 years old, and you need to have an active checking account and minimum verifiable income. And the income has been fluctuating between $500 to $1,000 monthly income. Number one, folks, in our view, the best online payday loan for large amounts, no questions asked, is bad credit loans. Our score, 10 over 10. Here, the loan amount is pretty generous, so we have a delta of $500 to $750, so $7,500. And the pros and cons here: this is a loan marketplace, this is a lender marketplace, this is a loan matching service, not a direct lender. So you have the pros and cons. You have a wide network of lenders, flexible terms, credit rating is not crucial for approval. You have a range of different types of loans, and we love the fact that on bad credit loans, you have a constellation of useful educational articles. You have a quick and easy application, and you could be approved within minutes. It's pretty good. And the cons: loan amounts with bad credit only go up to $5,000, and in some cases, if you have a fair credit, you can go all the way to $7,500. So, but again, 5,000 is not a bad amount, right? And we love the fact that bad credit loans has been around for the last 20 years. They actually were founded in 1998, so they've been around for a while, and they have garnered a lot of accolades, a lot of great reviews from users in the last 20 to 25 years. So this is pretty cool. All right, folks, this was it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about the top 10 online payday loans for large amounts, no questions asked. Number one, bad credit loans, 10 over 10. Number two, my payday loan, 9.5 over 10. Number three, check and go, 9.5 over 10. Number four, money mutual, 9 over 10. Number five, cash USA, 9 over 10. Number 6, credit loan, 8.5 over 10. Number 7, bills happen, 8.5 over 10. Number 8, rise credit, 8 over 10. Number 9, advanced America, 8 over 10. And number 10, last but not the least, max land, 7.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. Really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.